Hello, and welcome to Chabot News for October 18, 2017. My name is Robert, and today's news will talk about Harvey Weinstein's opinion on his brother's sex allegations. In entertainment, Avier will tell us Hollywood's new engaged couple, and in sports world, Michael keeps us updated on our Bay Area football teams. All that and more on Chabot News. Scott Pruitt, the head of the Environmental Protection Agency, reversed the salmon protection for Bristol Bay, a watershed in southwest Alaska. Pruitt made his choice after meeting with Tom Collier, the CEO of Pebble Limited Partnership, who is seeking to mine in the area. CNN initially reported that nearly half of the world's sockeye catch comes from this one region, which is one of the last great salmon fisheries on Earth. This story follows after the EPA has taken its first step to repeal the Clean Power Plan. And now, here's Alan keeping us updated with the events going on here at Chabot.
Learn more about the CSU-UC application process and get information about the Jonas program, scholarships, and more. This transfer workshop is open to all students, but specifically caters to undocumented students. This will be on Thursday, October 19th in Building 300, Room 354. Also, check out the Chabot Dreamers Club, a community of support for undocumented students and allies on Thursdays, 12 to 1 p.m. in room 506. Stay updated with more transfer workshops and more on chabotcollege.edu. Back to you, Robert.
The allegations against Harvey Weinstein just keep rolling in. Meanwhile, Weinstein's brother has said that he is sickened by the apparent lack of remorse over the sexual assault allegations. Bob Weinstein said that he had no idea what kind of sick predator his brother was. Bob also went as far as to say that he hopes that he gets the justice he deserves. Seems like a rocky road ahead for the media mogul, as at least 40 women have come forward with the allegations of sexual misconduct and many more who have remained anonymous but have documented stories to tell. Currently, he has been expelled from the Oscars Academy and from the Motion Picture Academy of the Arts, and scientists have called an emergency meeting to discuss what should they do with the situation. Harvey Weinstein is now in Arizona receiving treatment for his behavioral issues associated with these allegations. Now, here's Avier with news in the entertainment world.
Joe Jonas, the lead singer of DNCE, and Sophie Turner, star of Games of Thrones, who have been dated since late 2016, announced that they are both engaged. Both posted on their Instagram pages a photo of her wearing an engagement ring and tagging each other in the pics. Their captions were, "I said yes," she wrote, and "She said yes," he wrote. Joe is the second Jonas brother to tie the knot. His brother Kevin Jonas has been married since 2009 with wife Danielle and now has 2 kids. Both brothers responded with joy, with Kevin responding "yeah" and Nick responding "yes" to the pic, also posting to Twitter. Congratulations to my brother and sister-in-law to be on your engagement. I love you both so much. Death Day opened in theaters on Friday the 13th and has surprisingly exceeded expectations in the box office. With only a budget of $5 million, Happy Death Day has taken in $25.6 million in the box office. Analysts originally projected an 18 through 20 million start for the movie, which centers on a college student forced to relive the day of her murder on an endless loop. According to exit poll data, a younger audience has propelled the film, with under 25 moviegoers making up 63% of its audience. Happy Death Day has also received a solid critical reception, as well with a B on Cinema Score and a 66% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That's all in entertainment today. Back to you, Robert.
Thanks, Avier. What's the difference between the term alt-right and alt-light militias in the U.S.? Alt-right was first coined by U.S. white supremacist Richard Spencer in 2008 to provide an alternative to the neoconservative politics that dominated the Republican Party establishment in recent decades. Whereas militias were considered anti-government, they claimed that they were defending the U.S. Constitution from politicians who were seeking to impose an unconstitutional and authoritarian rule in the country. Alt-right is a term used to describe the moderate group of far-right figures, organizations, and websites such as Breitbart News. Now, here's Ariel reporting about ways we can make clean air choices.
With the air quality still attempting to get back to normal after the North Bay fires, a Spare the Air alert is in effect for the next few days. Ozone or smog can cause throat irritation, congestion, chest pain, asthma, and more. Individuals are encouraged to stay inside, minimize outdoor activities, and rethinking their commute options. Ways you can spare the air include biking to work, public transportation, work from home, carpool, reduce household energy, and the list goes on. For more information about Spare the Air, visit www.sparetheair.org. Back to you, Robert.
Thanks, Ariel. ESPN's Jemele Hill is suspended for telling fans to shun teams banning anthem protests. The ESPN host, who was last month labeled Donald Trump as a white supremacist, has been suspended for 2 weeks from her role as co-host of The Six after tweeting that fans should abandon vendors and advertisers associated with the Dallas Cowboys after the owner Jerry Jones warned his players that they would be benched if they disrespected the flag. A Twitter statement from ESPN reads, Jemele Hill has been suspended for 2 weeks for a second violation of our social media guidelines. She previously acknowledged letting her colleagues and company down with an impulsive tweet. In the aftermath, all employees were reminded of how individual tweets may reflect negatively on ESPN and such actions would have consequences. Hence, this is his decisions. With more on the sports world, here is Michael.
It looked like this was the time the Raiders were finally going to start winning again. They were at home, had a healthy Derek Carr as starting quarterback, and they were playing the Los Angeles Chargers, who had won only once this season. Well, it only, quote, looked ideal, because the Raiders lost yet again, 17-16, succumbing to the Chargers and lowering their record to 2-4. The Raiders started poorly again, with Carr throwing an interception and giving up plays with poor defense when a stop was needed. It may be time to sound the Vegas slot machine alarm siren and ask security, why isn't this machine working? The Raiders equaled their loss total of last year and have the Raider Nation scratching their head wondering, are they returning to their glory days or returning to the bad old days? On other news, San Francisco 49ers came so close to gaining their first victory of the season this Sunday and looked dreadful for the Niners early on, but they once again amassed a comeback but fell short. The Redskins blew a 17-point lead due mostly to former 49er Vernon Davis's fumble and a Kirk Cousins interception. Carlos Hyde did run for 2 touchdowns, and quarterback C.J. Beathard led an impressive comeback, throwing for 245 yards before throwing an interception that ended the game. The Niners are 0-5 to start the season and are still looking for their first victory. And more sports-related news, back to you, Robert.
A warrant issued Monday for DeAndre Harris, 20, for unlawful wounding, a felony charge that is punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a $2,500 fine. For many, the arrest of the African American who was assaulted by nationalists during a rally in August at Charlottesville, Virginia, highlights a crooked system. Moreover, Sean King, a writer and civil rights activist, suggested that Harris is a victim and only a victim in this. Well, that wraps it up for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/Chabot TV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.